You've ever arrived in an environment and suddenly everything felt strange? The mood changes. The air feels heavy. People look at you differently, for no apparent reason. And you feel it. Even without saying anything, your presence causes something. If this happens frequently, you can be sure. You are not just any woman. You are chosen. And being chosen has a price. Often, what bothers others is not what you do. It's what you are. Your strength, your light, your courage to be yourself, without disguises, without downplaying yourself. This frightens people, because your authenticity confronts those who live by appearances. Your truth disturbs those who hide behind masks. Envy does not arise solely from what you have, but from what you carry within. Your clean energy, your natural shine, your connection to what is true. This cannot be bought. It cannot be faked. And for that reason, it attracts sideways glances, false sighs, empty smiles. Because what comes from God always disturbs those who live in darkness. You feel when something is wrong. And no, you are not exaggerating. The body feels, the soul warns. You feel tired, drained, and realize that there is something heavy in the air. But you remain steadfast, because you've already understood. Not everyone will like to see you grow, and not everyone will be able to hide their discomfort with your light. The problem has never been you. It's that your existence is already a statement. You arrive with presence, with intensity, with purpose. And this irritates those who still don't know who they are. Envy is not your fault, but protection is your responsibility. And that's what we're going to talk about here. If this introduction has already stirred something inside you, stay until the end. You will understand why envy follows those who carry a calling. And above all, how to shield yourself without silencing yourself. Because those who were born to shine cannot live in hiding. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because this message was made for you. There are women who carry a light that doesn't go out, even when they try to extinguish it. It's a strong presence, a firmness in the gaze, a peace that disturbs those who live in conflict. You don't need to do much. The mere fact of being who you are, the way you are, already impacts the environment. This is being chosen. Since you were little, you noticed that you were different. While others tried to mold themselves to please, you followed your own rhythm. You didn't seek to fit in. You didn't pretend to belong. And that already started to awaken discomfort. Some people can't stand those who have the courage to be whole in a world full of halves. Your shine is not about appearance. It's about essence. It's that firmness you have even when everything falls apart. It's that smile of someone who has fallen but gotten back up. It's your unexplainable faith, your silent courage, your independence. This affects a lot of people, and not always in a positive way. Some people look at you and see freedom, but what they feel is not admiration. It's discomfort. Because your freedom exposes the emotional prison they live in. Your authenticity reveals the mask they still wear. Your peace disturbs those who are at war with their own heart. You don't need to show off. Your shine annoys even in silence. Sometimes just your presence changes the environment. And you notice the sideways glance, the disguised joke, the tone of voice that changes when you speak. This is not in your head. It's spiritual resistance from those who can't handle your light. The issue is not what you have. It's what you carry. You carry truth, intensity, presence. You carry a calling. And this kind of shine cannot be copied. It can be imitated, but it cannot be sustained. Because it doesn't come from outside. It comes from within. It comes from God. And what comes from Him disturbs those who are far from Him. Some people feel threatened by you, even without reason. And the reason, in fact, is the absence of a reason. It's because you shine effortlessly. You walk without needing to step on anyone. You grow without having to diminish others. This shakes those who have based their lives on appearance and control. You are not arrogant. You are just comfortable with who you have become. And this comfort disturbs those who still live, disconnected from their own essence. Such people try to pull you down, mock, critique. Not because you are wrong, but because your shine illuminates the spots they want to hide. And it doesn't matter how much they try to extinguish you. Those who have been ignited by God do not live in the shadows of anyone. Your shine doesn't need a stage. It lives in the way you speak, treat, and exist. Yes, your shine annoys, but it also inspires. Those who are ready, approach. Those who are not, move away. You are not called to please. You are called to be light. And light does not negotiate with darkness. It simply shines. So keep being you, even if it disturbs, even if it provokes discomfort, because those who were born to shine do not hide. They stand firm and keep on illuminating, even when they try to extinguish you. The hardest envy to deal with isn't from afar. It's the one that walks beside you, smiles at you, and even says amen to your victories, but inside it wishes against you. It doesn't reveal itself in shouting. It acts in silence, in absences, in cold vibrations, and you feel it. Because the chosen one feels it. You share something good, and the person's gaze changes. The smile doesn't come from the heart. The response comes with a but. Always trying to cut your joy short. It's not a lack of education. It's unresolved pain in the other. Because your victory activates the wound of those who have not yet conquered. And not everyone knows how to deal with that. Sometimes the person has accompanied you for years. They are in the photos, at the parties, in the important moments. But when you grow, they distance themselves. When you strengthen, they fall silent. When you shine, they disappear. It's subtle, but it's real. And it hurts more than a declared attack, because it comes from where you least expect it. Chosen ones often experience this disappointment because they have a clean, generous, trustworthy heart, and they trust too much. They believe everyone feels the same, that those close by cheer along. But it's not always like that. And when they find out, they suffer in silence because they don't know how to deal with this mix of love and betrayal. Envy isn't just wanting what you have. Sometimes it's not being able to stand that you have it. It's not accepting that you shine where the other is still walking. It's not understanding how you advance even while facing so much. What irritates isn't your achievement. It's your faith, your resilience, your truth. There are pieces of advice that come with poison. There are compliments that come with irony. There are people who pretend to care, but are only there to monitor your life. And you notice. Sometimes you ignore it, trying to keep the peace. But your soul warns you. Your energy changes, and the connection breaks. Because what is fake doesn't hold for long. You don't need to fight. You don't need to justify yourself. You don't even need to distance yourself while fighting. You just need to preserve yourself. Those who carry light need a light space to grow. They need people who vibrate together, who truly rejoice. Because envy, even silently, sickens, it tires, and it traps you in cycles that delay your mission. God shows you. Little by little, He reveals. And when He shows, it's to protect you. It's not for you to feel anger. It's for you to understand that not everyone fits into the next phase. Not every friendship is forever. Not every presence is a blessing. Some are distractions disguised as support. Value those who truly vibrate with you. Those who applaud you without comparing. Those who don't need to compete, because they've already understood that shared light doesn't dim anyone. These people are rare, but they are present. And when you find them, everything flows more lightly, because sincere support also heals. There are days when everything gets stuck. Simple things start going wrong. You miss deadlines, feel unexplained pains, get irritated out of nowhere. The body feels heavy, the mind gets tangled, the soul goes silent. It seems like a cloud surrounds you. But it's not a coincidence, it's spiritual. It's a sign that something around you is sucking you inside. You feel a strange fatigue. It's not physical nor emotional. It's energetic, a weight that doesn't let you be at peace, even after sleeping or resting. It seems that the more you try to react, the more the day pushes you down. This may be a reflection of heavy environments, or the envy that silently lurks. Envy has a real energy. It doesn't just come in the gaze or in hurtful comments. It comes as a spiritual burden, as if someone is sending negative thoughts, rooting against you, wishing for your downfall. And if you are vulnerable, it enters. It settles in the details. And it starts to affect everything. Have you noticed that sometimes certain objects break out of nowhere? Lights flicker, devices fail, plants wilt. It's as if something is trying to interfere. It's not just bad luck. It's a sign that the energy around you needs cleansing. Because when envy approaches, even the environment feels it. The body speaks too. Back pain, insomnia, constant discouragement. All of this can be spiritual. Your soul perceives what reason does not understand, and when you insist on ignoring it, the body screams. It tries to show you that you are too exposed, too open, too sensitive, and that something urgently needs to change. Those who are chosen carry heightened sensitivity. They perceive before others. They feel what no one sees. And if they don't learn to protect themselves, they end up getting sick. Because negative energy doesn't need to be visible to be real. It only needs space. And sometimes we give this space without realizing it. We open doors when we expose ourselves too much. When we tell everything to everyone. When we let the wrong people enter our home, our intimacy, our plans. There are people who don't throw stones, but send heavy energy with their gaze. That's why not everything should be shared. Not everyone should know your steps. Your energy needs care. Just as the body needs food, your soul needs shielding. Prayer, silence, discernment. All of this protects. God gave you light, but He also gave you wisdom. And wisdom is knowing when to speak, when to be silent, when to distance yourself. Not always protecting yourself means isolating yourself. It's simply respecting yourself. Sometimes, everything that is going wrong in your life doesn't come from you. It comes from what surrounds you, from the environments you frequent, from the people you exchange energy with. And when you understand this, everything changes, because you stop trying to solve outside what needs to be resolved, inside and around you. Energy doesn't lie, the body warns, the soul feels, and God always shows. So, when you notice that everything feels heavy, stop, pray, close doors, take care of your spiritual field. Because a chosen woman needs to be light to fulfill her mission, and no mission is accomplished with a heavy soul. Not everyone deserves to hear your plans. Not everyone deserves to know where you are going, what you feel, what you dream. Silence, sometimes, is a shield. It is invisible protection. It is care for what is still being built inside you. A chosen woman learns to speak less, not out of weakness, but out of wisdom. Have you noticed that when you talk too much, things get stuck? It seems that the more you share, the more situations become tangled. This is not a coincidence. It's energy. It's unnecessary exposure. It's opening doors that should remain closed. And those who are chosen need to learn to preserve what is still in gestation within the soul. Silence is not a hiding place. It's a strategy. While you are in silence, the enemy doesn't know where to attack. Envy doesn't know where to aim. Evil doesn't know where to interfere. When you keep your movements to yourself, your life moves in peace, Because there's no gap for manipulation or judgment. There's only space for God to act. Talking too much can weaken what is still being strengthened within you. Not every seed can withstand strong winds. And when you share plans with those who don't have a clean heart, you run the risk of seeing everything wilt before it even blooms. Silence protects what is still taking root. A wise woman doesn't need to explain herself all the time. She doesn't live proving who she is. She doesn't waste energy trying to convince. She understands that what is true always manifests over time. And for that reason, she chooses silence as her stance. Not to hide, but to preserve herself. There are people who are close just to gather information. They don't support you. They just observe you. They listen to you closely, but don't wish you well. And the more you talk, the more ammunition you hand over. These people don't attack with words. They attack with vibration. And that's why silence is also spiritual. Silence is also prayer. It is also trust. It's like telling God, I don't need to share everything. I just need to deliver to you. And when you deliver in silence, God works in secret. He prepares the ground, removes the obstacles, and surprises you when no one is expecting it. Silence is where faith matures. Your strength is not in how much you talk. It is in how much you sustain. It is in what you build without needing to prove. It is in the lightness of knowing you don't need to justify yourself. A chosen woman knows that when it's time to speak, God opens the mouth. But until then, she walks quietly and firmly. Keeping what you feel is self-care. Protecting what lives is self-love. Not sharing everything is not selfish. It is spiritual protection. Because unfortunately, not everyone has a clean heart to receive what you carry. Your journey is sacred. Your purpose is too valuable to be exposed to ill-intentioned gazes. Talk to God. Share with those who genuinely vibrate with you. Keep what is necessary, because in due time, everything that is hidden in prayer will be revealed as testimony, and when it happens, no one will be able to say it was luck. They will know it was purpose, that it was faith, that it was silence, and God. Your energy is sacred. It cannot be exposed all the time. Those who are chosen carry something very precious within themselves, spiritual sensitivity, and those who feel too much need to learn to protect themselves. It's not exaggeration, it's care. Strengthening your energy is a way to preserve your mission and walk with more lightness. Have you noticed how certain environments leave you exhausted? Places where the conversation is heavy, where the atmosphere is tense, where the gaze of others seems to pierce through you. When you leave, you feel drained, confused, and uninterested in doing anything. This is your energy being sucked away. And if you don't take care, this starts to affect everything. Strengthening your energy isn't mysticism. It's spiritual responsibility. It's being in tune with God while also caring for your emotional and vibrational field. The world is full of interferences. And when you are fragile, envy, negativity, and malice find space to enter. That's why it's essential to create an invisible shield. Start with the environment where you live. Keep your home spiritually clean. Let in light. Open the windows. Play praise music. Light natural incense. And cultivate plants like rue and sword of St. George. All of this helps break the weight that accumulates without you realizing it. Herbal baths also help a lot. Rosemary, basil, lavender, boldo, coarse salt. They cleanse the aura, relieve the body, and calm the soul. Do this with faith, praying, and talking to God. Feel that each drop is cleansing not just your body, but your emotions, your worries, your invisible burdens. Also use protective stones. Black tourmaline, for example, is excellent for absorbing negative energies. Carry it with you. Keep it in your room, and maintain it near what is important to you. Not for superstition, but as a tool for spiritual care. Those who are light need these protections because they live under more attacks than they realize. But above all, what strengthens your energy the most is your faith. Prayer, worship, fasting, meditation on the Word. Your connection with God is the true shield. When your mind is firm in Him, nothing enters without permission. No evil can withstand the presence of the Most High. He is the greatest protector of those who carry a calling. Gratitude is also a powerful shield. When you give thanks, even in the midst of the struggle, your frequency changes. You attract peace, strength, and direction. The enemy cannot stand a grateful heart, because those who give thanks trust. And those who trust do not break down. They simply rest. Strengthening your energy is strengthening your intimacy with God. Take care of your light, because there are those who will approach only to try to extinguish it. But you don't need to fear, you just need to be vigilant. And when your energy is strong, no one can touch what God has placed His hand on. You are not alone. You are surrounded, chosen, protected, guided, and that is priceless. There are times when the best response is silence, not because you don't know what to say, but because you've already understood that some provocations are spiritual traps. A chosen woman doesn't enter every war. She observes, discerns, and chooses to remain silent, because it's not pride, it's wisdom, it's protection. Have you noticed that when you react, everything gets worse? It's as if the other person is waiting for your explosion to validate their own poison. Envy wants a stage. It wants attention. It wants noise. And when you respond with peace, with calm, with silence, it weakens. Because it finds no place to latch onto. It dries up where it doesn't find fuel. Indifference is an invisible shield. When you decide not to give importance to what they try to use against you, everything changes. You're not running away. You're winning. Because maintaining your peace in the face of an attack is a rare strength. And those who are chosen need to learn to use this strength wisely. Responding to everything, justifying everything, countering everything is exhausting. And in the end, you lose your energy trying to prove something to someone who doesn't want to understand you. They only want to provoke you. Use your voice to build, not to defend yourself all the time. Not every attack deserves a response. Not every gaze deserves attention. Being indifferent is not coldness. It's care for your peace. It's knowing that while you're wasting time with intrigue, you're neglecting to care for your purpose. And purpose is serious business. It cannot be abandoned because of people who can't even take care of their own path. Because shining in silence drains less than fighting out loud. Let God be your response. Let your walk be your argument. And let your silent light continue to shine, even on those who tried to extinguish you. If you have been the target of veiled criticism, strange distances, or questionable comments, it may not be because you did something wrong. It can be just the opposite. You are on the right path. Your growth shows what many refuse to see. And those who have decided not to change feel uncomfortable with those who have the courage to bloom. Some people do not applaud your victory, not because they can't, but because it highlights their own stagnation. Your success screams truths that others don't want to hear. Your advancement hurts those who have stopped in time. Your shine blinds those who live in the shadow. And that's why envy appears disguised as opinion or silence. But it's not your role to fit into tight spaces, just to avoid disturbing others. When you shrink, the other person doesn't grow, you simply fade away. And a chosen woman was not made to hide. You were made to be an answer, to occupy space, to carry light. Even if this shakes the structures of those around you, the more you grow, the more the masks fall away. People distance themselves, doors close, judgments increase. But do not be frightened. It's just success filtering out those who truly have a clean heart. Those who are genuine stay. Those who only wanted to compete disappear. And this is deliverance, not loss. Success bothers, but it also reveals. It reveals who loves you even when you are flying. It reveals who only liked you when they could control you. And it reveals that you don't need to please anyone to continue. Your mission is greater than others' opinions. Your purpose is firm. Your essence is non-negotiable. You have been chosen, and that is reason enough to attract heavy gazes. But it is also a guarantee of divine protection. God does not allow any evil to come near those he has set apart. They may try to silence you, weaken you, or discredit you, but his hand is upon you, and that is enough. And everything that is watered with faith resists. Your shine does not depend on acceptance. It comes from your connection with God. Do not try to explain your light to those who have chosen to live in darkness. You do not need to convince anyone. You just need to move forward, with your feet firm, with a clean heart, with a protected soul, and above all with the certainty that those who were born to shine will never go unnoticed. And remember, everything that tries to extinguish your light will only end up illuminating your path even more.